We're battered! We are infected! We're battered! We're ready to get up! We want to win! Light the fire of power that make us free! We never break down! We want to win! We are infected! The best team!
Hello and welcome to this episode of TNI Impacted, and we're on episode 136, coming to you live from the Non-Stop Impact Network on YouTube and Twitch. And if you listen to us on the go, then we're also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, basically wherever you listen to your favorite shows, we are there. I'm your host, Bison, and today I am, of course, by the one and only Joker. Hello, buddy, you all right?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good too, buddy. I'm good too. And of course,
Nice
you
and
may
tanned.
have noticed. Who, me or you?
You back from Greece, nice and tanned.
Well, I'm back from Greece. I'm back from the Riviera. Well, there's a little
Yeah.
there. Back from the Riviera. Sunning myself, loving life. But we are also joined today by, let's just say he is one of the UK's most up-and-coming stars. He is the Playboy Prince himself, Lance Revera. Hello, Lance.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hello, thank you. How are we?
Oh, mate.
Good,
we
thank
are
you.
good. Yeah, we are good. I mean, it is really great to have you on the show today. And I tell you what, here at TNI, we do love showcasing some of the world's top up-and-coming stars. And I have to say, seeing you live for the first time at Clash at the Carnival a few weeks back, I knew I had to get you on the show. Plus, my daughter, the infamous Boomer Bison, as all the TNI tribe know her by, took a shine to you, even though during your entrance, you pretty much mugged her off, buddy. You pretty much mugged her right off. But she still
What
said...
What can I say? I was in the zone, do you know what I mean? Like, we're not messing about when we get there. Can't be slapping hands, can I? Takes out the zone. You don't see Muhammad Ali go into the ring tapping hands, do you?
That's true.
You don't see
That
Ronnie
is true. That is true.
going onto the pitch slapping hands, do you? In the zone, mate.
In the zone. I like it. I like that. I like it. So let's get to know you. I know you've been wrestling now for what, 7 years?
Yeah.
Here in the UK. But where did you train and who basically got you on the road to where you are now?
So I currently train at Future Shock in Manchester under Sam Bailey. There was I previously started at Future Shock, moved around a little bit. I had some time in a school in Runcorn that's now closed. But then I ended up back at Future Shock with Sam, and Sam's my coach at the moment. He's the one who's pushing me forward.
Okay, that sounds good. So it's about the very first match that you had, and why did you pick the mantle of the Playboy Prince? Because I like that. It's cool.
So the Playboy Prince, that whole mantle came from someone who helped me a lot in my early years and progressed me forward. Him, Matt Fox. Fantastic Matt Fox, for people who might know him. We were in training one day, we were just messing around, and he just started saying things in an old school American commentating way, and coming up with all these nicknames. He just called me the Playboy Prince Professional Wrestler, and I went, right, we'll have it. And do you know what? It fits me perfectly, because it's not just a nickname; it's a lifestyle, isn't it?
That is true. Yeah, that is very, very true. And I have to be. I mean, look at this guy. Look at him. And, I mean, anyone that could tell me that this handsome young man sat here on his... I mean, look at that sofa. I mean, it looks like something out of Buckingham Palace. You know what I'm saying? So this guy here couldn't tell me this guy doesn't look like a prince. And I'll tell you what, I bet you if he lies back into the corner, we sort of kind of get the idea.
Is that what we're after?
There you go. That's the Playboy.
Oh, I've got the.
That's what we're after. That's
there you go.
See, look at that.
Ooh.
There he is. That is the man, the Playboy Prince, right there. Got the curtains. I'm jealous of those, by the way. We've already talked about that. Got the curtains. Got the look. Yeah, fantastic. Now, this is interesting. You clearly play a heel character, but I would imagine that you've also played a face in over time. But what is it that you prefer? Do you prefer being a heel, or do you prefer being a face?
I don't mind either way. I'm just me, and if you want to cheer me, that's fine. If you want to boo me, that's fine. If you go to Birkenhead, you go to Wrestle Island, where I'm the heavyweight champion. People love me there. People love to cheer me. I go other places, go to Wrestle Carnival. I knew people were cheering me in that crowd. I know who you were. I saw you.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I thought you were great.
As long as I get a reaction, I don't mind. As long as people want to buy my merch, want to cheer me on, want to boo me, I don't care what you do. I've had the amount of people who've gone to me, oh, I'm only buying your t-shirt to use it as toilet paper, to dust my house, whatever. I don't mind. Do what you want.
What difference does it make? You bought the shirt.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're selling stuff regardless, so it's up to them what they do with it.
People like to tweet me all the time saying, "Oh, I'm using your t-shirt as a feather duster now." Well, I tweeted someone back the other day. It was the jokes on them. They paid for my trip to Wembley.
Exactly. There you go. Exactly. No, I totally agree with that. Dragonstone in the chat is already saying, great attitude. The worst reaction the wrestler gets is no reaction. Exactly. Yeah. So wherever you go, you get some kind of reaction. I have to say, though, Lance, I think what draws me to you is that at the end of the day, I love a heel. So, regardless of anything, I would still cheer you regardless, because for me the heels are the best. I just love a bad guy. They're just, for me, they're just the most fun, and the thing is, what I always find as well is that most heels are actually the nicest people in real life, because it's almost like you're taking on this kind of persona that isn't normally you, and that's why it's fun and good to do it. And enjoyable to play that character. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. A lot of people say the same thing. I know a lot of people disagree with that with me, but hey, it is what it is. But a lot of the top bad guys are usually the nicest people.
It's so true. It is so true. Okay, now recently, I believe you faced former TNA British Invasion star Doug Williams. Can you tell us what that was like working with such, a well-established ambassador of the business, I should say?
It was an amazing experience. It was phenomenal elite wrestling in Stratford-upon-Avon. It was for the PW Heavyweight Championship. I was defending it against Doug, and it wasn't the first time we met. We met in the Rumble that allowed me to win the title previously in the year, and it's just a great experience to get to work with someone like that who's been around everything. Nothing's new to him. He's seen it all. He's a staple of British wrestling. He's a staple of professional wrestling, and to get to work with someone of that caliber was such a great. It was a great experience and a humbling experience as well.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that. I mean, I've been a massive fan of Doug. I've been a massive fan. I was a massive fan of him when he was in TNA. He was X Division champion for a while. He was pretty amazing then. I've also been a fan of him during his runs that he's had through various UK promotions over the years. I do worry about him a little bit these days. I think his knees are getting a little bit tired.
I don't think they are. I don't think
you don't?
They are. No, the way he was going in that match, he's nowhere near done. I won't worry about him. If you want to worry about anyone, you should have been worried about me.
Actually, that's true. I mean, he's a solid dude. He is a solid dude. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now, oh mate. Now I saw you, like I said, for the first time. I was up against. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Is Riley something? Who were you facing at Wrestle Carnival? I've never seen this guy before. Was it Riley? I've forgotten. What do you say it was? Hello?
Oh, hold on. Oh.
He's gone. He's gone.
No, he's
that better?
it's his mic. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Mic gone?
there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Riley Nova.
better. That's better. So who you? Riley Nova. That's right. Riley Nova. Now, he's also a newcomer to the scene. And I have to say, he was a hell of a wrestler as well. But you had a fantastic match with Riley Nova. I thought it was a great match. I've got a guy who talks to me regularly on the I call it the Twitterverse. And when I told him I was going to Wrestle Carnival, he lives in Canada, and this is he lives in Canada, but I think he spent some time over in the UK. And he messaged me constantly asking about what you're up to. He wants to know what you're doing. So he'd obviously spent some time here in the UK, and I caught a few UK promotions. So you've obviously set set in people's minds. People are starting to take notice. They're remembering you. It doesn't matter where they are in the world. You certainly are becoming a memorable character within the professional wrestling business. So I'm excited to see where you go. But of course, with all of that said, you've got coming up. You have a pretty huge match at Wrestle Carnival's second anniversary show too. Against member of Subculture faction, who of course we have recently seen appear on Impact at Under Siege a few weeks ago. But you're going to face Flash Morgan Webster. Do you have a few words for Flash, and what can we expect to come from the Playboy Prince at this show and in this match?
Just expect me to do what I always do. I turn up, put on a show, I leave. That's what I do. And it doesn't matter. Like, I know everyone's saying about how similar me and Flash are. Similar music. We have that same style. We're both wearing sunglasses. Everyone's liking to point it out on Twitter. But come at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. I turn up, perform, I leave. People love me. People love to see it, and Flash is going to love to see it as well.
He is going to love to see it because he's a flashy dude. Of course, you are the Prince yourself, so I think it's going to be a hell of a clash. I'm really looking forward to it. Like you say, you do have very similar styles, so I'm expecting this match to be very fast, very, very fast, because both of you are pretty quick, very athletic. You're both very athletic.
And
I think
the unexpected. I can change up my style. I can slow it down. That's what it's about. It's about winning. If I have to take him and hold him down, then that's
exactly
what's got to be done. I can't be letting him have his way with me.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure you're going to finish the dude off. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, there's one question I'd like to ask a lot of you guys that come onto the show that are obviously looking to become. Looking to get that contract, whether it be WWE, whether it be, I don't know, Ring of Honor, AEW, some of the big North American, even New Japan Pro Wrestling, obviously, even maybe Pro Wrestling Noah, some of the big, well-known promotions. I always ask this question, but I'm going to ask it based on Impact because obviously we're an Impact-related podcast. But if Impact Wrestling President Scott D'Amore was watching this interview right now, why should he consider signing you, the Playboy Prince, Lance Revera, to a contract with Impact Wrestling?
Why should he consider it? Why has he not already done it? That's the real question. Consideration. It's about just getting it done. I've got star power. Look at me. I'm here for a reason. You've got people in Canada asking about me. I don't need to say anything. I just am. I stand there and I am. I just stand there and look pretty, and that's all you'd need to know. I wouldn't need to say anything.
I have to say that is the best promo I've heard in a long time. Look, here I am. This is it.
Yeah.
I like it, lump it.
All I've got to do is arrive and stand there, and it's like, whoa, he's entered the room. That's star power. It's like The Rock. The Rock walks into a room, everyone turns red. It's The Rock. Lance Revera enters the room, and they forget about The Rock.
Yeah,
Really?
we got one better. We got one
Really?
better. We got one better.
Okay.
Let's face it. The Rock's overrated. We got one better now.
Yeah, definitely. We just want to know, we want to smell what Lance is cooking. That's for sure. But okay, so it's been absolutely fantastic having you on the show today, Lance, and I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. If anyone wants to find out a little bit more, where can we find you on the socials? Where can we find your merch? Can we get hold of that? I think you got a big cartel, I believe. But where can we find anything to do with the Playboy prints? Where can we find you guys?
So if you want to find me, the Show Stealer Crowd, please, the main feature #1, the Playboy Prince of Professional Wrestling, and your girlfriend's favourite wrestler, all you've got to do is go on Facebook. You find me at Lance Revera, Playboy Prince, Instagram, Lance_Revera, and Twitter, Lance_Revera. And then if you want to buy some Lance Revera merchandise, go to lancerevera12.bigcartel.com. You just don't mess around. You select your size, you select what you want, you press checkout, and you use PayPal and you pay for it.
That simple. I mean, it is that simple, guys. You just got to get over there, pick your size, pay your buckage. I like it. Like it. Now, also, I think there is some stuff on YouTube and stuff. So if anybody wants to go and check out any of Lance's fantastic matches over the years, if you go and check them out on YouTube, go and make sure that you pop in, obviously, the Playboy Prince Lance Revera. There are some pretty cool matches on there worth checking out. I also believe that the match that you had with Riley Nova, there you go, I remembered now. Riley Nova, I believe that's going to become available fairly soon as well with Wrestle Carnival. Yes. So make sure you check that one out. And if you haven't already, is available on the bin service. The whole show, Clash at the Carnival, is available on the Premier streaming service. So go and check out. They actually, I have to say that the production for this year, this particular show was absolutely superb. So and I would rival it with any UK promotion production at the moment. Go and check it out. Really, really good show. Some fantastic matches, not just Lance's, what I mean, but him and Riley were fantastic. There's some other great matches on the card as well. Well worth going and checking it out. But all I got to say is thank you so much for joining us today, Lance. We really, really appreciate it. And good luck for the future.
Thank you.
And we really look forward to seeing where you go.
I'll see you in July.
And actually, yes, Joe and I will be at that show ringside for that match with Flash Morgan Webster. So we're looking forward to
July 30th, live from the HMV.
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly. Okay, buddy. Take care. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Take care.
Take care. Too. Bye-bye.
There you go, everybody. Yeah, Lance Revera. What a fantastic attitude that guy has. I think that I think he's got a massive future ahead of him. I was so impressed with his presentation, with his ability in the ring, and we all know I like a good heel, guys. And trust me, this guy is a good heel. So make sure you go and check him out. Really, really good stuff. Now,
Funk Trees just gave us a super sticker. Thank you very much, my friend. And
oh yeah, just noticed that. Excellent.
Let's give him
to Mir? What's he done?
I meant to put in a timeout.
Sir, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay.
Okay. What is going on, Joe? What is going on, mate?
That's for the super sticker. I'll talk to you after the chat about what happened there.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. It's not a problem, mate. It's not a problem. Now, guys, let's get on to the news, rumors, and of course, Impact recap of the week. There's a lot, quite a few bits and bobs that have been going on this week, and we got to talk about this past week on Impact as well, and then obviously lead that into our quick preview of Against All Odds, which is obviously this Friday. If you're not able to attend, it's available on Fight, and of course Ultimate Insider. It's also available on there, and of course Impact Plus. Now, I didn't say thank you to Punk either. Can I just say thank you to Punk for that? I really appreciate that, buddy. That's really, really nice. I like it when we get those, though, mate, because it does show show that, you know, nice amount of appreciation for what we do, all the hard work that we put in. You know, I mean, you know, these fantastic headers that I put together, these guests don't, you know, it takes a bit of work to get these guys on. You know what I mean? It's not just a 2-minute job. So I do appreciate it when people's show a little bit of appreciation for that. So that's really cool. Thank you very much. Now, Callahan Uncensored this week. He talks to, of course, his OVE best buddy, Jake Christ, who is, of course, now back on Impact Wrestling at the moment. It's a really good show, actually. I mean, it delves deep into, you know, Jake's personal issues. I've spoken to him personally about stuff like that, but I never sort of kind of really spoke to him about that when it comes to interviews and stuff. But you know, he's gone through a bit of a tough time 3 years ago. He talks about his alcohol addiction and stuff like that. But look where he's got now. You know, I mean, he was 260 pounds, and you know, he was just, you know, not knowing what was going on in his life. It was a bit of a mess. But he looked in the mirror, had a word with himself, and said, "Right, I've got to sort this shit out." And look where he is now. He's you know, in the best shape of his life, in the best mindset of his life, and you know, he's putting on some of the best performances of his career right now. It looks great, and he's back on Impact, and that's all that matters. So, guys, listen, if you haven't watched Callahan Uncensored this week, make sure you go and check it out. It's a really good chat with Jake Christ, and I just got to say, it's really good. Have you seen it, Joe?
I have. It's bloody brilliant.
In the background?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Have
you got TV on?
Yeah, I'll mute that for us because we got the. Do you want to hear the news?
Well,
yeah, I didn't know it was so loud.
Nobody wants to hear the dismal news. You want to hear the Impact news.
Yeah, well, I didn't. It was that volume last week, and J-Man didn't notice, and I had it on for the dogs. Yeah.
Fair enough. It's pretty loud. Right. Okay. So we've also got Jordynne Grace. We think Jordynne's now gone from Impact Wrestling, but
she's announced on Twitter.
It looks like
goodbye for now. But she will be back.
That's right. But yeah, she intends to return back to. I thought that would be the case. I think she's got a few other projects on that are going to take her away from wrestling for a little while, which probably involve, you know, powerlifting, and I think there's a couple of TV projects I've heard, or films or something along those sort of lines.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of things going on at the moment. I think obviously it just meant that she could not commit to a contract. To a contract renewal at this time. So I think once all that's over and done with, we'll probably find that she comes back home, which would be really, really cool. So I'm pleased with that. Either way, I mean, let's face the facts. Jordynne Grace has been amazing over the past, you know, couple of years or so that she's been with Impact Wrestling. Certainly over the last few years when she's had her second title reign, and you know, she some incredible matches with Masha Slamovich. She's just been amazing, and I'm gonna miss her. You gonna miss her?
I'm gonna miss her terribly. I've already left her a comment on a feed thanking her for everything she's done. You know, she's turned the Knockouts division on its head in the best possible way, along with Deonna Purrazzo, and when her rivalry with Taya Valkyrie. You know, that really was like what made her stand out to begin with, but her and Deonna Purrazzo have just completely blown away what is expected of the Knockouts, and you know they've brought it way back up into the spotlight where people have dismissed it as lesser than WWE or AEW for some reason. But Jordynne Grace and Deonna Purrazzo, they've all just blasted it straight back up to where it's meant to be in the spotlight, the talking point and the place to go for all these new women wrestlers. And it's been fantastic to have her on. I'm going to miss her greatly. But it was what else could she do while waiting for Deonna Purrazzo to lose the Knockouts title? I would have liked to have seen her go for the exhibition title and win it, to be the first woman to win the exhibition title, making history there. And she would have been, and because there's only been 3 women to challenge for the exhibition title, or 4 if you include Taya Valkyrie going for it when Tessa Blanchard tried to get it as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that. But technically, there's been 3, and if Jordynne Grace was to win, that would make her. I would also make her a Triple Crown champion, or for quad crown champion in Impact Wrestling if she won that too. So that would be history making there. She'd be probably one of the few wrestlers on the roster who's won 4 different belts in Impact Wrestling or ever, or at this moment in time.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just looking at some of the comments here. I just want to say a quick hello to Dragonstorm. Nice to see you. We got Punk Trace in there. Mir's obviously in the chat. Bonus Baby. Terrence Sullivan has joined us, which is fantastic. I just want to... Zach's in the house as well, which is great. Can I just quickly say, though, guys, that the Usos were flowing quite dramatically last week to the extent that I think I drank Greece or Greek island Kos dry of the stuff. Absolutely loved it. I brought a load back, so the drinking of the Uso will continue. It was, oh god, I love that stuff. I absolutely love that stuff.
All I can see in my head now is Ty Valkyrie and Jessica going on about bottomless mimosas, and that missed opportunity to get that as a soundbite playing. I'm really annoyed that I didn't have the knowledge on how to get sound bites going, because I would love to have made that into a sound bite so badly. And yeah, I saw this from Mia earlier as well, and Jay Bones just mentioned it now. The Iron Sheik has passed away.
Oh,
stuff's like,
yes,
this is wow. I don't know what to say. That's
such sad news. Such sad news. You know, she was an absolute legend, an icon, as Jabronsky's just said, and we can just pass on our condolences to his family and friends. Sad times. Tyler Turba debuted. He took on Brian Myers on BTI. I thought he was clearly over with the crowd, which was fantastic to see, and I thought he had a really good match. Very, very good wrestler. What are your thoughts, Joe?
He is a fantastic wrestler. I did catch up with his match as well, from the digital media exclusive from the week before against Jason Hotch. He is amazing. He is so good. The crowd was banging for their hometown hero when up in Canada, and then to have him come down to Ohio to I think they're still in Canada, aren't they, for this last?
London, Canada.
It was amazing. I really do hope he sticks around, or he'll be back in the future, because he's such an impressive wrestler, and he was just, wow, this guy's got a lot of set moves. And I didn't know he's also in Gut Check 2020, so he's someone that Impact Wrestling's had their eye on or has worked with in the past.
Yeah, I think they're just checking him out, see how he comes across on TV.
Yeah,
I think
he'd do perfect if they can bring him back.
He is definitely one for the future. There is no doubt about that. Now, also, we've had news come out this week that Moose's contract is up in June. Now, we know that he's advertised for the next set of tapings against all odds in Columbus, Ohio. Where this goes from here, of course, is up in the air at the moment.
Because I like scumbags.
I like scumbags myself. So I'm just not sure where we're going to go with this. But, fingers crossed. I hope he stays with Impact Wrestling moving forward. If not, and he moves on and does something else, good luck to him. He's done amazing work with Impact. His growth has been fantastic since he joined Impact Wrestling. It's got to be a good 7 years ago. He joined around about the same time as Eddie Edwards, I believe.
He joined in 2016, just after Mike. He came along with tail end of Mike Bennett's rivalry. Mike Bennett versus EC3. Tail end of that time, he came in as his bodyguard. So about 2016, 2017, he's been with the company for a good long time, and he's been. Even when his matches against Bobby Lashley, that made him a main event star then, and he just got a slow build back up after all the stuff with GFW, and he's been one of the most impressive wrestlers on the roster since he's come in. And we all spoke about this when the news came out last week on in our messenger. Like Trent has said, best thing really would be for him to go onto the independent scene for a little while, rebuild his character, and then come back into Impact Wrestling, because AEW, I don't think are going to use him right, and WWE aren't going to use him right. but that's just
I have to be honest. AEW don't use anybody right, in my opinion. But there you go.
Yeah.
But but there you go. But it will
Good
be
luck
a
to him,
shame.
regardless. It will be a shame
Whatever
to
he
lose him.
does, I'm 100% behind him.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
done a fantastic job with Impact Wrestling. I'm hoping he's going to stay. If he doesn't, and he goes off and does something else, good luck, Moose. That's all I've got to say on that. I know a lot of people, don't think he's going anywhere, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say some happy birthdays because we've got ODB's birthday this week, and of course Jet Alexander. We can't leave out Jet Alexander's birthday, can we? So happy birthday to ODB. Happy birthday to Jet Alexander. I'm not sure how old either of them are. I think Jet's probably 6 now, maybe.
Jet is 5. ODB
Right.
is 45.
45. There you go. Look at that. She's younger than me. She's younger than me. Yeah.
I only just got ODB's age because she mentioned it on a story she put out on Facebook. On the story timeline, she's out for a hike and everything. She's talking about a wedding and everything, and life's coming together for her now, and she's just in a good place. And she mentioned her birthday and her age, and she just thanked everybody. And so I sent her a blatant happy birthday message there. Whether or not she gets back to me is undoubtedly, but still, let's just give ODB.
It doesn't matter. You did it, so it's all good. It's all good.
Oh.
Can I just welcome Cockmeister to the chat? It's nice to see you, mate. DJ Bonus joined us as well, which is fantastic to see. Bam! There you go. But no, to be honest, I'm not, because I think I'm just talking to Mir there. To be honest, no, I'm not sick and tired of it. At the end of the day, they've signed and they've kept a few wrestlers, and some wrestlers have gone. It's just, that's wrestling, right? And we've had Moose for a long time. I'd like to keep him, but if he moves on, he moves on. That's just the way it is. That's the business. You just got to, take it for what it is. That's just it. Business is business, right? So Bully Ray. What's that, mate?
There you go. One for the Bison, if it'll come up.
Yeah, I'm ignoring that one. I'm ignoring that because I've got no interest in that at all. Bully Ray made his return to Impact at Under Siege, but he opened this past week's Impact, and well, he clearly wants a shot at Steve Macklin. But we get the Guns and of course Subculture coming out. We end up with the main event being made, etc. I thought this, and of course the brand spanking new T-shirt, which is now available on shopimpact.com. The Yup T-shirt is now available. I thought this was a great segment. Now, we don't get these sort of kind of like opening promo heavy segments very often. But I do think that when we do get them on Impact, they're really good. And this one I thought was superb. I didn't find myself thinking, yup. I didn't find myself thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, we need to get a match on. You know what I mean? I quite enjoyed it.
I loved it. It was built perfectly. Bully Ray is one of the best guys at the Masters of Promos and everything. And he did a really good job in hyping up Alex Shelley and burning him down, hyping him up and burning him down. And then for Alex Shelley just to tee it off with this.
Yep. Exactly, yeah. I said to you, like, they've brought the T-shirt out, obviously available on shopimpact.com if you want it, guys. I said to you straight away, oh, it's like the what?
It's the new Impact
new
Wrestling's version of what?
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant because Steve Mackin's reaction was hilarious. It was like, what the fuck is he done? It almost caught Macklin off guard, and he had to really quickly recompose himself and really, really lay into it just for him to do that again. And
exactly.
You can see Chris Sabin almost laughing.
I thought that was brilliant. I have to say, I think it was superb. I love that. Punk Tracy's bringing up the extra crispy Scott D'Amore comment. Yeah, I love that. I thought that was great. It was a good opening segment. I really, really enjoyed it. But it's one of those things you can't do all the time. So you have one of those, and then for a while we don't have anything like that. And then if we get another one, it'd be great. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not raw.
WWE love that shit. No, they do that like every fucking week. But there you go. Mickie James has also set up a 3-day training course for wrestlers, which was I thought was pretty cool. And let's face it, who would not want to be trained by the hardcore legend Mickie James? No, I thought that was cool. I was really cool with that. Yup. So yeah, that was good. I've also noted that Courtney Rush has been added to the Impact roster page. So she's obviously going to be staying around for a little while. I might add that after today's show, I could be interviewing Courtney Rush, so you might want to look out for that. But I didn't tell anybody that. Are we looking at the Killer Kelly push we've wanted since she's arrived as Killer Kelly, as this character? Are we seeing that push now? Because I think we are. I think over the last few weeks, they've really been throwing Killer Kelly at us. She's been looking really strong. She's looking good in the ring, doing some fantastic promos, and the vignettes are great. What are your thoughts?
Since the build up to the Hardcore War, Killer Kelly's really shone through. She's always done a fantastic work in promoting herself and promoting the company. But these vignettes and everything with Masha Somovich, they're playing with the chain. It's just it adds so much to the character and so much to this upcoming match we've got with her. And she's just fantastic, and it's the breakout moment we've all been waiting for Killer Kelly, and it's definitely coming now. And I'm so excited for this match, and so excited for Killer Kelly because it's just great to see her back after such a. She had a brief time away due to mental health issues and everything. So for her to come back this confident in herself, to be pushed, to go for the push now, after such a big, tough time decision to take some time away, it's just great to see her go for it and see, go hell for leather, literally in a dog collar match with Masha Somovich.
I agree, definitely. I'm so happy. I think she's definitely 100% getting that push now. She was obviously, she wasn't quite ready. She's now ready, and she's getting what she deserves. I think she's looking amazing. Her character development is amazing, and I hope they really push her now all the way to the top. I really do. We then get Nick Aldis backstage promo, which pretty much was set up to explain what the 8-4-1 match was.
Yeah.
I thought it was a clever way of doing it. And I actually didn't fall asleep during a Nick Aldis backstage promo.
Shock horror.
Shock horror. I just can't believe it. Yup. Anyway, this is an interesting concept. We get 2 4-on-4 tag team kite scenario. Once one of the tag teams, or once one of the 4 gets a pin and wins, the winning team of the winning 4 then go at each other basically, and then the one that gets pinned at the end is the winner. And then gets the next shot as the number 1 contender at whoever is obviously the Impact World Champion. I quite like it. It's different. It's new. Let's give it a go. Let's see.
It just shows Impact Wrestling is the company that invents new stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to come up with different stuff. And I like
with
it.
Ultimate X, Elevation X, the original concept of Full Metal Mayhem, that eventually went to WWE, and they had Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, I think it was in I forget what they called it. It was basically some sort of asylum that they called it, which is almost a rip on TNA as well. It wasn't nowhere near as good as the original Full Metal Mayhem was. So I seen Matt and Jeff Hardy do Full Metal Mayhem with all the weapons dangling off the top of the cage. That was much more entertaining than what I saw with Jericho and Ambrose, and I'm a huge fan of both of them, despite their regardless of where they are. I was always a huge fan of Moxley, Ambrose, however you want to call them, and Jericho, but they just didn't deliver. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 8-4-1 gets, if it becomes a huge success, it gets the reverse battle royal, but no one else has done the reverse battle royal, thankfully.
Thank fuck for that.
That's something that Impact Wrestling is going to have, whether they want it or not, from now on. Hopefully, the 8-4-1 is something that Impact Wrestling has forever, whether they want and doesn't get copied too much elsewhere, if at all.
I think it's good. I think they're trying something new. I think it potentially could be quite good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to give it a real good go. I really am. I'm going to give it a real good go.
They got an interesting lineup in the match from both teams as well, because nobody is really on the same side.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is one of the best.
That is the thing. We'll talk about that in a second in our preview of Against All Odds. OVE took on Decay, but after winning the match, the Design attacked Jake and Sammy. Sammy was being held while they basically destroyed Jake. I'm loving the way that this story is now progressing.
Yeah.
I know that this was probably what they wanted to do anyway. It was always going to be OVE versus Design, I'm sure. I think it just took a little bit too long to get there. However, I'm sure that they wanted this to be showcased in Ohio.
Yeah, it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan, and that's probably why it got dragged out a little bit. But we've got there now, and I think that this is going to be one of the biggest feuds of the year. I have a feeling that OVE versus Design is going to go on and on and on. I mean, if you can imagine some of the matches that these guys can have now.
Yeah.
Bye
Massacre 6.
Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I can see it, mate. I can see it happening. I really can. I mean, all those guys are up for this sort of thing. I can imagine that Alan Angels is absolutely loving life right now. Never been able to do stuff like this before, so he must be absolutely loving it. So I think this is going to be one hell of a storyline moving forward. I'm very, very excited for this one. Okay, so we then got knockout action with Trinity defeating Savannah Evans, but we then get Shaw and Vidal attacking Trinity after she'd called out Deanna for the knockouts title, and then we obviously got the match we got the match sort of kind of decided to happen at Slammiversary. So
I am the f***ing greatest.
We know that, D. Don't worry, we know. So we're going to get that at Slammiversary. That's the very first match announced now for Slammiversary. Deanna Purrazzo versus Trinity for the Knockouts World title. I think it's going to be an absolute cracker. So looking forward to that. But Jordynne Grace then ends up coming out, of course, to even up the numbers and help out Deanna and Trinity against Shaw, Vidal, and Evans. So that's interesting. Setting the scene there, I think. We're setting up some good stuff there. I
want to know what's happened to Tasha Steele. She came back and then she just disappeared again. It's just weird.
She did. That is a weird situation, but I'm sure we'll see her again soon.
Yeah.
So Mears is what's Mears saying there? Looks AEW was copying Impact Reverse Battle Royal with Orange Cassidy's Blackjack Battle Royal. That's true. Yeah, something similar. Trinity apparently was on the Sherry Shepherd show today. I have no idea what that is, but who knows? That sounds interesting. At the end of the day, the more exposure that she gets, the better, because that helps Impact, of course. So that's all good.
She's promoting Impact Wrestling like mad as well. She's done nothing but show her appreciation for the company since she's come in. So good to see.
Which is exactly why you bring in talents like that. At the end of the day, that's why you bring in big name, big followed talents. She's followed by millions of people. So potentially, if they want to watch her, they're going to watch the show, right? So that's good stuff. We then get a fantastic match between Subculture's Danny Lunar and Jody Threat. Obviously, Jody getting the win, but it was great.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy win. It was good. It was bloody good.
Danny is a hell of a wrestler. I hope we get to see her a bit more. I'd love to see her join the Knockouts. Subculture full stop. I'd love to see join Impact Wrestling
definitely
in the coming weeks. Hopefully there was some talk. Hopefully they had a few conversations and something. Who knows? Maybe they're sort of kind of slamming something out at the moment. We'll just have to see. We then get the this is great. Killer Kelly promoting the dog collar match at Against All Odds. I thought this promo video was absolutely incredible, and this is exactly the type of thing that I love from Impact Wrestling. This is the thing. I think this is going to be great. I think it's going to be great.
I love the video packages they do for these matches are always so good. The Steve Mackin's video package that immediately said this guy is going to change the face of the company once he gets in. This match with Killer Kelly is a match of summer match that's going to say this is going to be one to watch. Those video packages they do for the matches off of the stars are just brilliant. Even when Killer Kelly was announced that she was coming back into Impact Wrestling after we saw him a tag team match with Renee Michelle, that alone was like, oh wow, she's finally coming back. This is going to be incredible, and she's been amazing since she's been here.
Yeah.
But this video package was brilliant.
Yeah, I totally agree. I love it. I love these video packages that they're putting out with it. The whole it's the whole sort of kind of like red palette and everything. I think it's great.
Yeah,
really, really good. We then get an incredible main event as the Motor City Machine Guns take on Subculture's Mark Andrews and of course Flash Morgan Webster. Jesus Christ, what a match! I mean, if you were ever talking about kind of like, 5-star tag team wrestling, this was it. It was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I love this match. What do you think?
I didn't think anyone could top or match Ace and Bay versus the Motor City Machine Guns, and Subculture did. They matched, or if even went slightly over or just slightly under. ABC versus the Motor City Machine Guns when they won the tag team titles off of them. It was so incredible, this match. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. It was tag team class, vintage tag team class wrestling like you'd expect from them. Like Tom Hanford was saying, it's just like the new generation and the old generation coming together and showing you what the best that you can do. It's just fantastic.
Oh, loved it. Loved it. And I'll tell you what, you can certainly see the influence that Motor City Machine Guns has had on Ace and Bay, and you can see the influence they've had on Subculture. So absolutely amazing. There was a lot of respect being shown as well in the ring, which I thought was amazing. Great match. And like I said, I want to see more of Subculture Impact. If you agree or don't agree, let us know in the chat. I'm interested to know everybody's views on stuff like this because, just because I think it's an incredible match or Joe thought it was an incredible match doesn't mean to say you did. So, but, we thought it was fantastic. But there you go. What we got going on in the chat right now? Come on, guys. We're all friends here. You're all pretty. Let's stop arguing. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Now, let's get on with previewing this Friday's Against All Odds. Now, we're just going to, I've just got basically, the matches that are currently set to do. I think there's one more coming. I have a funny feeling we might get something set for the Countdown show tomorrow, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think the Joe Hendry versus Dirty Dango is going to be the digital media title match. I'm assuming that's going to be on the Countdown show. Again, this is a rematch, basically, from Under Siege. So, looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be great. Bonus, baby. After the Motor City Subculture match, the ring had to be... What's that?
Had to be exhausted.
Yeah, I bet it was. I bet those ring rates were knackered. I bet they were. We then obviously have got the dog collar knockouts match advertised. So we got Masha versus Killer Kelly. We've already said the build to this has been fantastic. I'm hoping that this is going to be just as good as that EC3. I think was it James Storm? EC3
James Storm match. They were leather strap match together. While EC3 was like going through his like reinvention of himself, basically getting really pissed off at pissing at everybody, and James Storm being the veteran in the locker room was, I'm going to come shut you up, you EC bitch. And EC3, he pulled him into the turnbuckle, broke his nose, and basically gave him a concussion. And it was one of the most brutal strap matches I've seen. And it really left me in shock knowing that his son was completely unconscious. And EC3 finished off with this fucking brilliant Tiger Driver, which they'd never seen him do before. And I thought that would be like one of his staple finishing moves, like he'd occasionally pull off every now and then. But we only saw it in that match, and it was damn good.
Yeah, it was damn good. Damn good. So I think that's going to be a really, really good match. That'll probably be one of the big matches of the night. I'm looking forward to that. We then got the tag team title match. So we've got ABC versus the Good Hands. I'm not really sure why the Good Hands are getting a title match, but hey ho, they're getting a title.
Oh, Brian Myers
So
said they want. Brian Myers said that they were next in line for the title shot. So Brian Myers says it. Brian Myers gets.
Brian Myers says it. There, it must be true.
Yeah.
We then got, which I think is going to be the match of the night. We've got the Ohio Street Fight, which is OVE, and I love the fact that they're now advertising them as OVE versus the Design. Of course, we find out this week that the man, the legend, the myth, the madman himself, Madman Fulton, is going to be the main event monster. Is
So
going to be
excited
joining
for this.
OVE.
So excited.
So
it was
this
the
is going to
one.
be mental.
It
I
was the
cannot
one
wait.
match on when I saw the original like the full card of announced matches. The OVE match was the one match that was not there, and I was like, "Why? There needs to be a match with Ohio versus everything." And then when I had a feeling Madman Fulton was coming back, but I thought it would be like 1-on-1. I didn't think they put them into a 6-man tag team match straight away for whatever reason, despite Sammy saying he would be calling this monster. But all I can say is that Madman Fulton's coming back. Bring it on. It's going to be amazing. And keep Ace Austin out of his sight, because I want to see him. I want to see Fulton and Jake Christ take on Bay and Austin, because there's a lot of unfinished business between Austin and Fulton and Chris Bay and Jake Christ.
There is a possibility of that. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, and that would be that whole return to long-term storytelling that we like.
Yeah,
Impact Wrestling,
Ace Austin left Fulton out to dry when Josh Alexander broke his ankle, and I think it was Chris Bay who beat Jake Christ for the X Division title, or he beat Willie Mack. Sorry, but I think like Chris Bay and Jake Christ, or Ace Austin and Jake Christ have got some sort of history, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course there is. There's always history there somewhere.
Yeah,
there's always something. There's always something that
Fulton just having that anger up. Pent up gripe with Ace Austin's going to bring Jake Christ into the fold. No pun intended.
Totally. So we've also got the X Division title match, which is Trey Miguel versus Chris Sabin. I think we're going to see the return of the Rascals during this match.
Yeah.
Which is why this week's digital media exclusive was ABC versus the Rascals.
I beat Chris Sabin.
Just giving you a little insight into and if you look at the promo poster for this match, Trey Miguel was doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it a lot lately. Hinting that the Rascals are coming back. So I'm looking forward to that. I wanted the Rascals back for a long time, and it makes sense that they come back in Ohio. Right? That's
definitely the crowd's going to go insane.
Yeah, makes total sense. So I think that's what's going to happen here. I'm looking forward to it. I'm all for it. If Myron Reed turns up on Impact Wrestling, I am going to pop crazy. I've been wanting that dude on Impact for some time. He's amazing. We then have the Impact Vets collide. We've got Eddie Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian. This is going to be quite explosive, and I honestly believe that this is going to lead to a tag Frankie Tracy Brooks versus Eddie and Alicia Edwards. I'm pretty sure that's going to lead to something like that at Slammiversary possibly. So I think that's going to be a great match. Two incredible in-ring generals. There's no doubt about that. Both of those guys are going to go for it. We've then got Trinity and Deanna team together against Shaw and Savannah Evans, against Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. This should be an interesting matchup as well. So I'm quite excited for this one. I've got to say, Trinity has impressed me.
She's really impressed me too.
I've not expected her to be as good as that.
Yeah,
I really, really didn't.
This is so good.
I honestly did not expect
to see her unhinged is so good.
Oh, mate, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And Bonus Babies mentioned there that they did mention Myron Reed was watching from the back. So They did. If they were
Yeah.
going to mention him, then that's interesting because they're trying to put the name out there, aren't they? So that's pretty good. We've then got the first ever 8-4-1 match that we were just talking about. So we got Bully Ray, Gresham, Heath, and Aldous on one side versus PCO, Swan, Moose, and Bailey. I'm pretty certain that we're going to end up with Bully Ray, Gresham, Heath, and Aldous as the 4. And then I have a funny feeling that Gresham's going to win, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot of people think Aldous is going to win or Bully Ray, but I have a funny feeling we're going to get a bit of a curveball there, and I think Gresham's going to win.
I think Aldous is going to win, but I would like it to be Bully Ray or Jonathan Gresham, because I would love to see Gresham and Macklin just go at it to start off with. And I've Bully Ray versus Macklin, that's the one that they've been teasing more than Aldous versus.
I have been saying since Bully Ray debuted, right? We need to see Steve Macklin versus Bully Ray. We need to. I've been saying that will be an absolute fucking killer of a match.
And then give us Aldous and Macklin at Bound for Glory. That'd be a great way to
if he's still around. I mean, you never know. He could be at WWE by then. Anyway,
you never know.
Let's not talk about that. You never know, because obviously he advertises where people want to see him more than he advertises the fact he's at Impact Wrestling. So you got the Impact World Title main event: Steve Macklin versus Alex Shelley. There's no stipulation on this one. I think this is going to be a cracker of a match. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Alex Shelley is without doubt one of the best wrestlers in the world. Pound for pound, one of the best.
Yep.
And Steve Macklin just impresses me more and more. Coming off the back of Under Siege, I mean, come on, the dude's amazing. The dude is absolutely amazing.
One of the most brutal matches I've ever seen, and one of the best matches I've ever seen. And I've been saying that a lot over the past couple of months about matches in wrestling that are the best matches I've ever seen since I've started watching.
To say. It might not be the most brutal match I've ever seen, but it's certainly the most brutal match I've ever seen on Impact Wrestling, without doubt. It was crazy, insane, blood flying everywhere. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Hello, Courtney, darling, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Courtney.
But like I said, I think it's going to be hell of a match, and I have to agree there. I think it's going to be Aldous versus Macklin at Slammiversary. But whether that comes out of that 8-4-1 match, we still got we still got a month or so away to Slammiversary. We still got a couple of specials to go. So until we get to that, we still could see of others like Gresham face him. We could see Bully Ray face him before we get to Slammiversary. But I think Slammiversary will be Nick Aldis, Steve Macklin main event. I've got no idea what's on BTI. It wasn't advertised earlier, so unless anybody's seen it, let me know in the chat. Do you know, Joe?
No, I've not seen anything yet.
No. Okay. And I'm not going to talk about the digital media because we've already talked about it. Of course, that was the ABC versus the Rascals at Wrestling Revolver. Great match.
I will say, go check it out, guys. Go check it out. It is amazing.
It's an amazing match. And like I say, I've seen it already. So I saw it when it aired on Pro Wrestling Revolver. As we all know, my second favorite promotion in the world.
Oh my God!
Gia Miller's amazing in it. So you need to go and check it out. Honestly, really, really good. But Impact Wrestling tomorrow night, we've got Swan Moose versus who have we got? We've got Swan and Gresham, I believe, versus Moose and Aldous. Is that right? I've written this down wrong, so I think that's what it is. Is it Swan and Gresham versus Moose and Aldous?
No,
sure.
It's Rick Moose taking on Rich Swan. Jonathan Gresham and Mike Bailey are taking on something. I got it on my phone. What is it?
I'm pretty sure there's a tag match.
There is a tag match. It's Mike Bailey and Jonathan Gresham versus, I think it's the Good Hands. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's changed then, because that's not what's on the website.
No, let's just have a look here. I've got it written. If I find the
That
There
is
we are.
100% not what's on the.
seven. There we go. The last matches. 7 matches confirmed. We got Macklin and Bully Ray versus Eddie Edwards and Frankie Kazarian. These are the 7 matches confirmed for the Fallout. OVE versus Brian Myers.
We're not talking about the Fallout. We're talking about tomorrow night on Impact Wrestling.
Oh, tomorrow night on Impact Wrestling. I don't have a clue then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Swan and Gresham versus Moose and Aldous.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So that should be. I think that'll be a great match. If it's not Moose, it might be Gresham. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I've written Moose twice for some reason, but there you go. We got the Coven versus Death Dolls, so that's in a Knockouts tag title match with the tag titles on the line. Again, I have a funny feeling the Death Dolls are going to win this one. We then got Trey Miguel versus Bhupinder Gujar. No title on the line, but I think that's going to be a great match. Like I say, we're both big fan of Bhupinder. And Trey's just awesome anyway. I mean, there's never a bad Trey Miguel match, is there?
Never a bad Trey Miguel match. There hasn't been one
ever.
Or a bad promo.
I've never seen a bad one. I've never the odd bad promo, but there's not been a bad match.
No bad promos from Trey Miguel. He's just been on fire.
He's been awesome recently. He's been
high as a
awesome.
kite. He's been fantastic.
He's doing something. He's he's either high, or he's either high as a kite.
Rascal promos, they were some of the best. Rob Van Dam coming into the treehouse.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was one of my favorites. That was so good. I loved it. We've also got Heath versus Champagne Raj Singh. I'm not understanding the push that Raj is getting at the moment. I'm not a fan of Raj Singh at all, other than the fact that they want to put in some Indian wrestlers on the show for the Indian audience. I don't know, but I'm not a fan of Raj Singh. So, but I am a fan of Heath. So hopefully Heath.
Oh, Raj is there to put someone over, and Rhino might be coming back as well.
Oh, that'd be good if that happens. We've also got Sheldon Jean versus Joe Hendry, which again I don't believe is a title match. So we've got
that is a title match. So Sheldon Jean versus Joe Hendry is a title match because Kenny King brought him to Santino Marella last week before he gave him the match against Dirty Dango.
But when I looked on the website, it definitely doesn't say that's a title match. And how can you say it's a title match when you've got a title match set with Dango the following day? Because that would be assuming that he wins.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
That's what I got when I watched it again last night too. Kenny King said to him that he wants to give Sheldon Jean the title match before you go ahead and do anything else. So Santino Morales, So whether or not Santino promised Sheldon Jean it is a title match or not, it's a different thing. It's a different story.
Hang on a second. I just need to correct myself. It's Sheldon Jeans, not Sheldon Jean. I'm just correcting myself. I don't want to upset Mir. Obviously, the auto corrector of Impacted. So I'm just checking that. It's Sheldon Jeans versus Joe Hendry, and I definitely believe. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. Thank you, Justin. So it's Moose and Swan versus Gresham and Aldous. There you go. So I think that's going to be incredible.
That's going to be bloody brilliant. That's going to be wow.
Good. And that's a bit of a preview, obviously, of what we're going to get Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
So, guys, I think that's been that's pretty much covering everything. We've pretty much covered everything, mate. I can't believe we got through that.
Because I'm sick.
There you go. Oh, Santino called him Sheldon Jeans. Well,
yeah. There you go. It rubs off on Bison.
I would have called him Levi, but we could have called him Wrangler. Maybe we should call him Wrangler. Who knows? But there you go. That's just about all we got time for this week, guys. But don't forget.
That's disgusting!
That's disgusting! I like Santino. I love him. I think he's great. Like I said, that's just about all we got got time for this, guys, but don't forget to tune into TNI Impact Review show tomorrow night, live on YouTube and Twitch directly after Impact has aired on Access TV, Fight Network in Canada, Impact Plus, YouTube Insiders, and of course, The Zone. Please don't forget to head over to TNI Patreon for exclusive extra content when you sign up, and of course, join the Discord where we pretty much talk about everything Impact and or wrestling related, as well as movies and other sports, etc. There's even a little section on AEW and WWE, but don't tell anybody.
Region.
That's more like it. That's more like it. Please don't forget to head over to the TNI Patreon for any exclusive extra content coming to you when obviously you join the Discord, when you join up. Very, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff on there. All TNI shows are available to all of you Listen on the Go fans as audio only via SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite shows, we are there. Where can we find you on the socials, Joe?
You can find me on Twitter at JerkEmptySpace. You can jump onto Twitter or to Facebook, look for #EmptySpace, #Into the Void. Or if you fancy to tickle your taste buds on your sense of humor, look for hashtag Daily Giggle. At the moment, I'm creating a load of random memes and putting music to them, and you'll find them on my reels and stories and that. And I'll try and get them onto Twitter and Instagram too. So you'll see a few of them coming around. And yeah, just drop out. Hopefully it gives you guys a laugh, and if not, then well, if it's stupid, I did it.
And if you're interested in finding out a little bit more with regards to the Bison, you can go and check me out at Lord Bison 45 on the Twitter sphere. I am there. And of course, don't forget to head over and follow at We Talk Impact on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. We are there. Make sure you go check all of those out. Hit those subscribe buttons, hit those follow buttons, do whatever you need to do. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the Total Non-Stop Impact channel on YouTube, mate, please consider doing it. Head over and do that right now. Okay, please take the time to help us moving up the rankings on YouTube by giving us a thumbs up. If you could give us 2, maybe you got more than one account, try and do that. That would be fabulous. And if you're new to us and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to give the bell a tickle, a squeeze, and of course a smash to never miss any of the TNI UK or US teams' great Impact-related content every single week. With all that said, I've been your host, Bison. And he has, of course, been the Joker. And this has been episode 136 of Impacted. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Yep. We're Bison! We are